morning, my friends, and welcome to the June Cybersecurity Meetup. We are very happy that you took the time to spend a few minutes with us, about 30 minutes all in. I'm Alvarez, President and CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, and with me I have my usual partners in crime, Anil Melwani, our Director of Technical Services, and Steve Balentine, our Director of Cybersecurity. And today we have a special guest from one of our most important security partners, Huntress, Andrew Pantaleon. You'll be hearing from him in a few minutes. He's going to be talking about Huntress, and just to kind of set the stage, we've been partners with Huntress for, gosh, I don't know, forever. I actually met the CEO, Kyle, at a conference. I think it was one of the channel company conferences, an exchange conference, that he had a booth at the conference, and he was talking about Huntress and all the cool things that it could do. And he and I are both former military and both had a tour at NSA, so the National Security Agency. So we commiserated on that, and so we've loved Huntress and the products that they provide, and really the security services that we trust that they can provide for our clients. But before we hear from Andrew, I just wanted to take a moment to give you a little public service announcement regarding Microsoft M365 Copilot. For those of you that have Copilot and have enabled the co-work feature in Frontier mode, just letting you know that as of July 1st, Microsoft is going to start charging for usage of co-work. To this point, it's been free service or included, if you will. And they are going to continue that for the current co-work users through the end of this month. But starting July 1st, next Wednesday, you will be billed for that service at 1 penny per token or whatever that they are going to be charging. So if you've enabled it and you don't want to pay for it, make sure you go into your Microsoft tenant and disable co-work. You can also enable it for certain people or certain groups, so that's also an option if you just want to dial it back a little bit. But with that, I will now turn it over to Andrew. Andrew, take it over.
Much appreciated. So just want to say thanks for having me here. Hello, everyone. I don't know what time zones everyone's in, so good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever it may be. Let me go ahead and get my screen shared here. And while I'm doing that, so Lewis, you do bring up a good thing about Kyle's history. So our founder was an NSA hacker. He, for a very long time, was breaking into systems, getting footholds in them, and essentially, once he left the NSA, the whole idea behind Huntress was creating a tool that would find himself and people like him. So it was always designed to find all that persistency, find the nefarious actors that are getting into systems. So definitely a good callback when it comes to that one. So getting this shared, everyone should be able to see my slide deck. Yep. So when it comes to that, we are...
Yep, sorry, my bad. I pushed a button.
All good.
There you go.
I've done a bunch of these. I know where the slider is. Don't worry. So with that, so we're going to talk about busting some hacker myths and a little bit about how EDR secures, kind of a comparison between AV, and talk a little bit about some of the other products and offerings that we have that help the Alvarez Technology Group team help you all as well. So when it comes to this, who is this guy in a hoodie talking? So my name is Andrew Pantaleon. I come from the MSP world.
Nope, there we go.
Can you guys not hear?
Yeah, you froze up for a second, but that's okay.
No worries. Might be the hotel Wi-Fi. I apologize for that one. So when it comes to that, my name is Andrew. I don't know if you guys heard that one. I come from the MSP world. I spent about a decade in the MSP life, was an engineer, NOC technician, SOC technician, all those kinds of things. Handled a lot when it came to VDI, cloud infrastructure, all that kind of stuff. So not going to bore you guys with my background. You can always take a look later on. But with that, kind of jumping into some of those myths that I was talking about. So the first myth is hackers are genius basement dwelling supervillains. And yes, we have a picture of a hacker in a hoodie there. Yes, I'm wearing a black hoodie sitting in a hotel room with two screens in front of me, but it is what it is. But I do sometimes refer to myself as a hacker. So kind of getting the language right. Hacker overall is anyone that does have the skills, the tool sets to break into systems, whether that be for correct purposes or for the more nefarious. An attacker is the type of person that is actually actively attacking something, and a threat actor is typically what Huntress refers to as the bad guys. It is a little ubiquitous when it comes to the industry. Some people just label them all hackers. Not all hackers are bad. Threat actors are all bad. So another myth, and I usually get a good response out of this slide. Hey, we don't have any data that is of value to threat actors. And we see Travolta looking around. Hey, where's the data? So one of the myths is my company is not a target. We're too small. There's not enough data. We do some POS stuff. We do some manufacturing. There's nothing in it for the threat actors. We have nothing of value. Security is just too cumbersome. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the means for it because we're a 1-2-man shop, 5-man shop, whatever it may be. Really, all data is valuable to someone when it comes to cybercrime. It is to the point where a stolen credit card can easily be sold for $20, $50. Health records, a couple $1,000. Social security numbers, easy money right there. When you start getting into, hey, here's a larger corporation and someone has managed to get domain access for that, that can easily sell for tens of thousands of dollars because of the potential data that is there. Whether that be HR data, personnel data, compartmentalized information if you're working any government contracts. There is value in everything when it comes to ransomware and threat actors. So kind of going along that line and talking about threat actors, cybercrime nowadays is a business. It has gotten to the point where there is so much structure within them that they are building faster, creating these larger groups. So much so that these are the complaints by year when it comes to IC3. IC3 is a subsection within the FBI that handles cybercrime reporting. So if you're taking a look at this one of the highlights here is in 2025, there were over 1 million complaints. Keep in mind, these are just the reported ones. There are many, many times over that amount that go unreported. $20.877 billion in losses. That doesn't even include things like reputation loss, loss of income, downtime, all those intangibles. We're increasing. 2024, 16.6 billion. 2025, 20.877. I'm going to get to a really terrifying number in the next slide. Cybercrime is predicted to cost the world $10.5 trillion in 2025. That is worldwide when you include all of those intangibles. If you compare that to GDP, it is behind only the US and China in terms of that number. This is absolutely terrifying. This makes the drug trade look like child's play. So what are cybercriminals doing nowadays? Don't worry, I'm not going to read everything on this slide, and I'm not going to make you do it. But these are just some of the ways that cybercriminals work together, have these little pieces that they are specialized in, whether that be people running the bots that run the ransomware in the background, the ones developing the ransomware. When it comes to SMS attacks, hey, they're paying someone to run into an AT&T store or a Verizon store, grab the manager's iPad that has a login that can actually go through and say, hey, I'm going to move this phone number to this SIM card. And they're moving that so that they can end up sending, hey, here's a recovery code, send it to your text message. Cool. Now it's being sent to a phone that they control. That's how low level some of these attacks are. Cybercrime HR teams. If you've ever looked for a job, which I guarantee you everyone on here has before, this is a posting on a web forum for a cybercrime organization. If you read through it, who we are, we don't target, what we're looking for, coders, testers, administrators. This looks like every single LinkedIn post when it comes to a job listing. CNBC, one of the news agencies that has reported on this, but there are many others that have been seeing this as well. So, a question for you all, and you guys can throw this in the chat, or guys, if you want to pipe up as well. What is the most common factor in data breaches? Any guesses on that one?
I guess it's the human element.
You would be correct. It is the humans, the people in the chair running everything. According to Verizon's data breach incident report for 2025, 60% of cyber attacks and data breaches had a human factor involved. That could be end users, that could be administrators. 60% is a terrifying number. Yes, problem exists between keyboard and chair. I love it.
Good one, Jack.
So, with that, here is a quick example of a userland attack. This is what is referred to as crash fix. There's click fix. There's various variations of this. But this is exploiting the fact that most users don't want to call IT. They don't want to have to put in a ticket, anything like that, when something's not working. So when presented with a way to fix things, they try and fix things. So essentially with this, hey, they're searching for something, they download a browser extension, whatever it may be. They get somewhere that they're not supposed to be. They may be trying to get to their bank, but they end up on a cloned website, something along those lines. Essentially what will end up happening is all of a sudden you're going to see, hey, the browser crashed. Browser didn't really crash. It is just showing like it crashed. 99.9% of users are not going to be able to tell the difference. Essentially what that does is it then gives them instructions. Hey, here's how you fix this. Essentially what's already happened is they are going to get that little pop-up. It's going to be within that same window. So a good way of telling if this is a crash fix or a click fix or something like that is to grab that little pop-up and try and actually drag it outside the browser window. If you can't drag it outside the browser window, it's not a real pop-up. But essentially what it's doing is it's already injected malicious code into the clipboard, and then it's telling you, and I know my little pop-up kind of covers it, hey, hit Windows key R to open the run command, hit Control V to paste it and press enter. Then what that ends up doing in the background is that code that they just pasted into the run dialog is opening command prompt. It's downloading something, usually a remote access tool. It's configuring that remote access tool in the background. Now all of a sudden, the nefarious actor, the threat actor, has access to that device for who knows how long if you don't have something there to find this. So it kind of leads into another myth and kind of a little bit of the meat and potatoes of where we're going with this. We have AV, that's more than enough to protect us. This is, as of 2025, end of 2025, this is the amount of antivirus definitions that were created in 2025. This is not including past years. This is just 2025. 102 million new antivirus definitions in just 12 months. I'm not going to read through all of them, but that last number there, 3.2 new virus variations per second. And that is only going to increase as things like AI help with coding things faster, automating things faster. That number is only going to go up.
Yeah, Andrew, I was going to ask you about, what the impact of AI has been on that, that statistic, but it seems you answered it is like it's doing nothing more than just amplifying it significantly.
Yeah, and really when it comes to AI, that is the main thing. And I kind of talk about that a little bit with the EDR. I believe I kind of moved a couple of my slides on AI into this section. But essentially, AI is not the end-all, be-all, end-of-the-world kind of situation. What it really is a force multiplier. It is taking what people would have done manually and allowing them to do it at scale. It's not sitting there saying, hey, I'm smarter than humans, because yes, it's able to correlate more data, but in the end, not really smarter than humans yet. Caveat, yet. But with that said, the things that AI is doing and all these threat actors are doing is still the same actions in the background. Yes, they're finding additional exploits because they can pour through code faster, but the end result of those is all typically the same. It is, we're trying to gain access and privilege to systems that we shouldn't already. We are exfiltrating data. We're reaching out to servers to remain connected. We're getting that remote access. So the overall end goals are still the same. It's just new tooling to do it with. So really, it hasn't changed the detections very much in terms of what is being attacked, how it's being attacked, when we're looking at a more behavior-based tool like an EDR, as opposed to an AV, which is looking for fixed signatures. So, which actually kind of tails into exactly this slide here. So, really running antivirus is the outdated strategy because it's missing that evasive malware because it is not yet known bad. It's blind to the more modern attacks, which are behavior-based, and it can't really help investigate or respond. It's just saying, hey, saw this, blocked it. It's not giving you a whole chain of events. It's not giving you where it came from, how it got there, what other tooling was involved in that. What the Huntress Managed EDR is looking for isn't just, hey, here's a file hash, here is a code base. We're looking for behaviors on the devices. That is those persistent footholds in the background. That is the scheduled tasks within Windows. Those are Windows registry keys. Those are DLLs that have been hijacked from other programs and applications. It is those things that threat actors are using to be able to get into the device over and over and over again. Malicious processes, seeing if a particular unknown software is trying to link into something that it shouldn't. Is it trying to grab this product library, this application library from somewhere else? Is it trying to make changes to things that an application shouldn't? Ransomware attack disruption in canaries. One of the things that we've more recently released in the system is actual attack disruption. When we see ransomware, when we see those types of things, where we're actively killing that process before it can continue and really wreak havoc. If for some reason there is something that is newly coded, completely off the radar when it kicks off, hey, this is a whole new attack direction. We have what we call ransomware canaries. If you've ever heard the term canary in a coal mine, it's something similar. It is little text files that we actually hide in system folders, and we monitor those on a constant basis. If we see any changes to those text files, we immediately isolate the device and kill the process that touched those files. So just an extra little way of making sure that if something evades the detections, hey, we have a backup. open port detections when it comes to any of the agents installed. We're running detections to see what is open to the outside world from those devices, and we're showing you what services are running, what ports are running, so that you know your attack surface. Credential reports, we're scanning the devices for any files that may contain personal identifiable information, credit card numbers, passwords, those kinds of things. And we're saying, hey, take a look at this file. This shouldn't be here. This should be in a password manager, something along those lines. And then we do, for those that don't want a separate AV product, because having more and more products can get expensive, we have the ability to manage Windows Defender, or we can sit alongside any other AV and work in tandem with it. With that, we also do comprehensive OS coverage. We're not just, hey, we're Windows only, we don't worry about the others. We're Windows, Mac, and Linux. Actually, the open beta, I gotta fix that slide, is no longer open beta. It is fully supported. So essentially what EDR is doing is EDR is filling the gaps left by AV. AV is a static engine. It's looking for very specific things. It is looking for a predefined list of items. EDR is actively looking for the things that slips through and is those malicious behaviors to correlate and say, hey, this is what is going on the system. When it comes to the Huntress managed EDR, we add an additional layer on top of that, where anything that bubbles up as a signal gets run through our security operations center. An actual human analyst is going to go through, look through those signals, do additional threat hunting. Yes, they use AI tools to help them be faster, be more efficient, write the reports faster, but it's having that human decision in that decision-making tree to be able to see things that an AI can't, because AIs are still fallible. Being able to see someone got into this device and there was this other little process that kicked off. It's a pretty normal looking process, but now we're seeing this outbound connection to another device within the network, and they expand the isolation to make sure that the entire blast radius is contained until everything can be remediated and cleaned up. So kind of touch a little bit on the AI side, and everyone has an AI slide in their presentations. It's the buzzword nowadays. A few use it as an operating model. So we do have an agentic platform fabric where everything across all of our endpoints, the identities that we manage, the human risk, the visibility, is all managed together so we can correlate across multiple avenues. We have our SOC team, which essentially the AI, if you've ever seen the Iron Man movies, you know, Tony Stark is a human, but he has his Iron Man suit that gives him powers that he would not have as a regular flesh and blood human being. And then enterprise grade defense. We keep the communities running. We have detection engineers, threat hunters. We are very well known in the industry for giving back to the community. Huntress on paper is actually known as Huntress Labs. We are a research company. We are actually a global CVE naming authority. For anyone that doesn't know, CVEs are the way that threats are categorized. So any zero-day exploits, anything like that, gets a CVE number. Typically, companies can only name CVEs for their own products. Huntress is so ingrained in the community and what they give back that we can name CVEs for other companies, and we have many times in the past. For SonicWall, FortiGate, even down to Microsoft and other large companies, where we have found exploits that are catastrophic, and we have gone through, worked with them, released those to know, hey, these are new threats that are out there. So what is a security platform? So when it comes to this, we layer the endpoint integrity, the identity resilience, the operational readiness, on top of the AI so that we have that threat visibility and response, business resilience, and platform management to really see all facets of what's going on, assuming you have the additional tooling in place to make those correlations. So shared telemetry across endpoints, identity, SIM logging, and for security awareness training, the learners. The AI agents help our detection logic by being able to more quickly see, hey, the initial signal was for this IP address logging into this device. Cool, the AI is going to run through all the additional logging that we have to find any other instances of that IP address or that user agent or the originating host name. All this data, being able to collect that, put it in front of the SOC analyst that much quicker. Say, hey, here's what's already there, here's what's correlated. And then from there, the SOC analyst can dig deeper. They can pull on those extra threads and really make that more informed decision. And from there, these are just kind of some of the things that it helps with on the endpoint, identity, and operational readiness side. So endpoint integrity, making sure ransomware, malware, info stealers, nation states don't touch anything, handled by EDR and our upcoming ESPM product. Credential theft, business email compromise, phishing, session hijacking, so on and so forth. That's our managed identity. Been talking for a couple days at conference, losing my tongue at this point. Managed ITDR, so identity threat detection and response, managed security awareness training, and managed ISPM, so identity security posture management. That is coming out next month. Kind of digging a little bit deeper into these because I did mention I was going to do a little quick what all else is out there. Identity threat detection and response. This is protecting the M365 accounts, Google Workspace accounts, for any of those that have them for intrusion on those, shadow workflows, those kinds of things. Security awareness training, making sure your users know what's going on in the world. Managed SIM. This is log collection and ability for our SOC to take action against things that they see across these, correlated across the endpoint and the identity. And ISPM, ESPM, this is moving left of that reactionary, hey, someone got in, we're now blocking them, to help with actually making things harder to get into in the first place, so you don't have to worry about the, hey, someone's in, we got to kick them out. This is essentially making a stronger house so you don't have to have the police come and kick someone out. So I know we're coming up on time, so skip those last two slides.
Well, thank you. And I'm, it's funny, I attended a webinar you guys did on the IPSM, that's coming out. And they did a demo showing how easy it is for somebody to do a lateral, exploit by just stealing somebody's, a common basic user's credentials, who happens to be able to create groups and, and SharePoint sites and by default, the permissions.
That was the N8N one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That one was terrifying the first time I saw it.
I was like, holy crap. I didn't even know this was possible, but it was just amazing to watch. And really it was eye-opening to me how, the default permissions that Microsoft and even to some extent Google Workspace provides end users tend to be very expansive, much more than we think. So, basic users can do quite a bit of damage if they don't know what they're doing. So looking forward to incorporating that into our stack, our Huntress stack. So thank you so much. If we have a minute or two, if there are any questions, please use the Q&A button. If we don't get to it in the next minute or so, we will be sure to answer you offline. We appreciate your time. Andrew, thank you again for being here and talking about Huntress and really emphasizing the fact that security is just not one company's responsibility. It's an ecosystem. And I know Huntress has been part of that ecosystem for a long time and is usually front and center when there's a big exploit that damages an industry or two, and you guys are there to try to make it right. So with that, thank you all for attending. Next month we will be back on the last Thursday of July, which happens to be July 30th, so the exact same day as today. So we will see you then, and take care.